Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so you've got this brand new startup, great idea, validated. You even built an MVP, and crucially, you did it with like $0.
Which is fantastic groundwork.
Totally. But now the big one. How do you get people to actually notice it, to use it, create some buzz without opening the wallet for marketing?
Exactly. That's often the trickiest part, isn't it? We talked about building it. Now it's about, well, getting it seen, visibility.
Right. Shifting from creation to traction, but still on that zero budget.
And that's our mission today, really. Digging into those strategies that work without cash.
Yeah, we want to pull out actionable stuff. We're looking at organic social media, how to maybe get some free PR, building up community.
And even touching on things like growth hacking, viral marketing, but the no-cost versions.
Exactly. It's all about being clever, putting in the effort, not just spending money. So where should we start? Social media seems like the obvious first place.
It usually is. And the first, maybe most crucial piece of advice here is resist that temptation to be on every single platform.
Oh, yeah. That's easy to fall into. You see competitors everywhere.
Right. But you'll just spread yourself way too thin. The key is figuring out where your specific target audience actually hangs out online.
So are they Twitter people, Instagram, LinkedIn, maybe TikTok these days?
Precisely. You need to do that homework first. Focus your energy where it counts. Otherwise, your message just gets lost.
Okay, that makes total sense. Quality over quantity, platform-wise.
Yeah.
So you find your platform, then it's content, right? But how do you make good content with no budget, no fancy cameras, no editing team?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Well, the $0 question here.
Exactly.
Look, quality here doesn't mean slick production value. It means value to the audience, genuine value.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Think about the problems you solve. Can you create simple posts answering frequently asked questions?
Yeah, practical stuff.
Or maybe short explainer videos. You can do decent ones with a smartphone now. How-to guides. Even just sharing the real behind-the-scenes startup journey. Authenticity resonates.
So it's less about polish, more about being useful or relatable.
Absolutely. Information, entertainment, inspiration. Offer something worthwhile.
Got it. And then you can't just post once in a blue moon, right? Consistency must be a factor.
Oh, hugely. You need a regular rhythm. It keeps your audience engaged. And honestly, the platform algorithms like it too. They see you're active, reliable.
So planning helps, like a content calendar.
Definitely. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just map out what you'll post and when. It keeps you on track and ensures that steady flow. Visibility builds over time that way.
Okay. What about hashtags? Still important or just noise?
They can feel like noise sometimes, but used strategically, still very important for discoverability.
How so?
Think of them as signposts. They help people who are already looking for topics related to your stuff find you.
Right.
So the advice is, do a bit of research, find relevant hashtags, popular ones, sure, but also niche ones specific to your area. Don't just spam loads of them, use a focused set.
Makes sense. Targeted discoverability. And it's not just about pumping content out, is it? The social part matters.
Oh, absolutely crucial. It's a two-way street. You have to engage.
Like actually talk to people.
Yeah, respond to comments, answer questions, jump into relevant conversations happening elsewhere. That's how you build real relationships, turn followers into actual supporters. Show you're listening.
Okay, solid social media plan there. Focus, value, consistency, hashtags, engagement. Now, let's shift gears. Free PR. That sounds intimidating for a tiny startup. How do you even start?
It can feel like a big leap for sure, but one effective tactic is personalization. Forget generic press releases blasted out to hundreds of contacts.
That doesn't work.
Rarely. Instead, identify specific journalists or bloggers who actually cover your niche, your industry, or the problem you solve.
Do your homework on them?
Exactly. See what they write about. Then, tailor your pitch. Explain why your story is relevant to their audience specifically. Maybe offer an exclusive.
So you're providing value to them too, making their job easier.
Precisely. And tying into that is storytelling.
The narrative.
Yeah. What's your origin story? What problem really bugged you enough to start this? What makes your approach different? What struggles have you overcome?
People connect with that stuff.
Totally. Authenticity cuts through. A compelling story is interesting to media and potential customers.
Okay, so targeted outreach, compelling story. That makes PR feel more achievable. All right, next piece. Community. How do you build a group of engaged people around your startup without paying for ads to find them?
Well, often the first step is to go where communities already exist.
Like online forums, Reddit,
Right.
Facebook groups.
Exactly. Places where your potential customers are already talking. But the key is, don't just jump in and spam your link.
Right, that's annoying.
Super annoying. Participate genuinely, offer help, answer questions, share insights, become a valuable member first, build trust.
Give value before you ask for anything.
Mm.
Makes sense. And then maybe create your own space.
That's often the next logical step, yeah. Once you have some interested folks, creating your own dedicated community, maybe a Facebook group, a Discord server, even a forum on your site.
Why do that?
It gives you a direct line to your most engaged users. You can foster a real sense of belonging, get direct feedback, build deeper loyalty. It becomes their space, too.
A hub for your core supporters.
Mhm.
I like that. Okay, final area. Growth hacking and virality. On zero budget. Sounds almost like magic.
Huh. It's not magic, but it is about being clever and leveraging what you have.
Like what?
Well, a classic growth hack is referral marketing.
Getting users to bring in other users.
Yep. Incentivize your current users. Offer them something, a discount, early access, some exclusive content for every new person they bring in.
Ah, word of mouth on steroids.
Kind of, but you have to make it super easy for them to share. One-click sharing links, clear instructions.
Turn your users into your marketing team, basically.
Exactly. And then there's virality, the dream, right?
It's just luck. A lightning strike.
There's definitely some unpredictability, some luck involved, yeah. But the advice suggests it's not purely random. It's often about creating content that people want to share.
What makes content shareable?
Things that evoke strong emotion, funny, heartwarming, shocking maybe, things that are incredibly useful or insightful, things that tap into current trends or conversations. Interactive stuff like quizzes can work too.
So understanding the psychology of sharing.
Pretty much. Know your audience deeply, what makes them tick, what would they be excited or proud to share with their network, and then you strategically seed that content where it's likely to get picked up.
Interesting. So it's calculated to a degree, not just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Right. It's about understanding triggers and networks.
Wow, okay. We've definitely covered a lot of ground here for zero budget growth.
We really have. And I think the big takeaway, bringing it all together, is that this isn't about finding some secret loophole. It's about creativity, persistence, and being willing to experiment.
Yeah, trying things, seeing what sticks, learning.
It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
For sure. So just to quickly recap, Mexner's organics, social focus, value, consistency, hashtags engagement, then free PR through targeted pitching and good storytelling.
Building community first by participating, then maybe creating your own space.
And finally, smart growth hacking like referrals and understanding the mechanics behind potentially viral content.
And all these things, while they take effort, they tie back to that goal. Sustainable growth without needing a big bankroll. Often the users you gain this way are more loyal too.
Absolutely. This has been super helpful. It really drives home that resourcefulness can be incredibly powerful, maybe even more than money sometimes.
I think so.
So as you, the listener out there building your amazing zero-budget venture, here's something to chew on, a final thought. We talked about community in online spaces, right? But how could you apply those core ideas, connection, shared purpose, support in maybe unexpected, real world, or just different ways to get that initial spark going? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.